Cabinets, furnitures, well, they are everywhere, but how are they made? Now that's a good question, because this quarter, we're going back to basics to create a cabinet. Welcome to fourth quarter, and let's get started. Of course, we can't start a project without knowing the things needed for it, but first, congratulations, you made it this far. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we uploaded a new video. Now, cabinet making is one of the satisfying craft, especially when it's done. When all work and toil come together, the excitement of woodworking art is rewarding. To experience this excitement, you'll need to have a degree of control over your work and your tools, command a working knowledge of your materials, and understand some basic design principles. Unlike most other crafts, furniture making and cabinet making demands vast knowledge and attentiveness. You must know what tools and techniques to use and how to arrange the correct sequence or order of events when using them. Now, to start, let's define some terms. Bill, a statement of payment due to goods and services. Damage, a destruction, injury, or harm to a person or thing. Job, a piece of work of a definite extent or character for a set of fee. Material, a stuff upon which a thing is made. Quantity, a number, amount in size. Requisition, act of requiring something to be furnished, or a written request for something authorized but not made available automatically. Tool, a simple implement as a hammer, saw, and spade, chisel, and other stuff used in work. And work, something made or accomplished. To recap, here's all of the definition of terms. You can pause this video to get a closer look at the whole lot, because we need to remember those simple terms, especially in the next few seconds, because it's quiz time! Now, don't worry. This is relatively easy. Just answer these questions and we can proceed. Now you do have a test notebook, right? That's good. Just select the best answers and write them on your test notebook. And we're done! Congratulations! Now let's move on. But first, assignment. Yeah, I know, but it's simple as well. Just look around your house. Name 3 familiar cabinet tools you can find in your house. And draw them. Alright? Take note of that for now because we are about to go into the real stuff. And when I say real, I mean the tools and materials in cabinet and furniture making. Whether you're a novice woodworker or a professional cabinet maker, you'll appreciate having the proper tools for cabinet making. The right tools make the difference between efficient projects with tight joinery and sloppy jobs where nothing fits or aligns. Investing in the best tools brings a return that's hard to beat. Some tools for cabinet making are complex and expensive. They're difficult to afford and master, but once learned, they make the work much faster and more accurate. Other cabinet making tools are smaller and simpler. They require far less cash output to acquire. However, there are certain tools that you need to make your own cabinets. Here's a rundown on must-have cabinet making tools. Now, if you're going to classify it, it is fairly simple. It's just 3: clamps, saws, and other tools. For a minute, let's focus first on clamps. Clamp. It holds materials in place while you're measuring, cutting, joining, and fastening your work. Now, C-clamps. These are the oldest mechanical clamp design. It has been around for hundreds of years. C-clamps have simple steel frames with an open throat controlled by a screw jaw. This comes in a huge size range and various throat depths. Pipe clamps. It looks just like their name. A typical iron pipe with one fixed jaw and adjustable clamp face. Sizes range from short to as long as you can find a rigid metal pipe. Bar clamps. These are replaceable cabinet making clamps use a metal bar frame instead of pipe. They combine the strength of a pipe clamp with the depth of a C-clamp. Many shops have a dozen or more bar clamps on hand. Band clamps. If you're assembling large structures like cabinet boxes, band clamps make it easy to wrap and secure your work. Band clamps have malleable fabric straps and ratcheting clamp controls that allows you to carefully squeeze components. Specialized clamps. Cabinet making often requires specialized clamps. Two common and irreplaceable specialized clamps are the three-way face clamp and the flush and flat face clamp. Both make tricky joints easier. And yes, you can't create a cabinet without saws. No, not that saws. These saws. Table saws are woodworking shop's heart. Modern table saws have excellent safety devices in guards, guides, adjustments, and controls. Cabinet making table saws accept blade diameters from 7.5 inches to 12 inches and handle large pieces like 4 foot by 8 foot plywood sheets. Contractor table saws. These are medium duty machines that many cabinet makers regularly use. It is portable, whereas cabinet making table saws stay fixed in the shop. Benchtop table saws might be small and compact, but they're extremely handy for cabinet making work. It is portable tools that make great resources when cutting small material on installation sites. Most benchtop table saws use 7.5 inch or 10 inch diameter blades. And we got another type of saw, which is the meter saw. It is operated by bringing a spinning blade down onto fixed materials. We got some of them. One is standard meter saws. These tools have a fixed swing arm that adjusts from 0 to 45 degrees that includes left and right turns for either angle on the workface. Compound meter saws. Compound saws also make 90 and 45 degree cuts as well as any angle in between. But the magic to a compound meter saw is you can make cross angles on the work, so each cut has multiple geometric angles. Sliding compound meter saws. For the best variety of cut angles and work size, sliding compound meter saws are must-haves. It is sliding arms let them cut across much wider stock than fixed arm saws can handle. With a 12-inch blade, sliding meter saws cut material up to a foot wide. And lastly, we got saw blades. Sharp and precision saw blades makes all the difference in the world compared to inferior blades. Now, let's go into the other tools needed in cabinet making. Drilling jig helps you make reliable, accurate, and repeatable holes in your woodwork. It serves as both clamps to secure your work and guides to make sure you drill holes in exactly the right location with the proper angle. Scribe. Let wood or other material to have clear pattern for cutting, drilling, or other operations. Scribes are excellent for transferring a known pattern to a surface destined to mate with it. High-speed placing hinge. Placing hinges on your cabinet doors must be precise if you want excellent fit and finish. You can carefully transfer hinge points and attachment holes with a shop-made jig or a commercial scribe. However, those processes are slow and not always accurate. Self-cantering bits have precision-made hard carbon steel guide barrels with tungsten or carbide internal bits. The guide barrels align the bits with a hinge or fastener hole, then line up your bit, so it makes a perfectly centered hole. Curves. These are the cutout channels left by a saw blade that's not set to completely sever the wood. You always make curves in drawer construction. Magnetic drawer slide mounting tools solve that problem of needing 3 or more hands to hold the slide frame, the screw, and your screw gun. Drawer pull jig multi-position preset holes location work and stand out on your cabinet face. Fortunately, there's an easy fix when you use a drawer pull jig. Drill sets are absolute must-haves in all cabinetry making toolboxes. The trick is having the right type of drill bit sets and the right quality. This is no place to skimp on your investment. You'll pay more for good drill bits, but they're worth every cent. Hammers and mallets might seem like brute force cabinet making tools. Yes, they're used for force, but there's nothing brutal about using hammers and mallets around fine cabinetry. And last, combination squares are a blend of square, ruler, and level. They're adjustable devices that let you measure, transfer information, calculate angles, and find levels. So, these are tools. But what about the materials? For materials, we got lumber. Is sawn timber classified as hardwood or softwood? The term often refers specifically to the products derived from logs in a sawmill. Nail is a small metal spike with a broad and flat head, driven typically into wood with a hammer to join things together or to serve as peg or hook. Plywood is made from thin sheets or veneers of wood glued together, each with its grain in perpendicular directions in alternating layers to improve the strength and to minimize movement in the plane of the board. Screw is a short, slender, sharp-pointed metal pin with a raised helical thread running around it in a slotted head, used to join things together by being rotated so that it pierces wood or other materials and is held tightly in place. Now you do remember everything, right? Well, that's good, because discussion is now done, and with that, we got a new activities. All you have to do is pause this video and go to this another YouTube video, link appearing now and also in the description, and answer the questions in their notebook. Oh, and another one that we got. Now that we're done, remember your drawing before we start the discussion? Well, if not, here it is again. Because now we are going to do that again. In a short bond paper, draw out these three tools. Take note, tools that you learned today. And also, please answer this in your notebook. Now that it's done, we got another one. Let's evaluate what you have learned, shall we? Just write the letter of what you think is the best answer on your notebook. And lastly, let's go further. Collect different pictures of tools used in making a cabinet. You can place it on a bond paper. Now I hope you learned something today. I know it's a lot to handle, but don't rush it. Just remember that you need to do it and do it at your own pace. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and see you in the next video.